Cool.
And we are...
Sprocket's got his rule book.
And we are back. We are back. And welcome back. And we are just finishing a long rest. That's what we're finishing. And we're heading back. I don't know. I hope Rurik is coming back. Because he's either that or he's falling into a bag of holding. And it's just like, or somebody's put a portable hole down and he's just fallen into it, and we're just waiting for him to rematerialize. So, guys, you wake up from or come round or regain conscious from your meditations and your sleep. You manage to have some breakfast of rations or cold rabbit. And due to the wonderful fire building by party members, Bazooka and Julius, you are nice and dry. And you open your fizzy pop, your ginger ale, like 5 go camping it's like here. And you all take a sip, and then you are ready for you to head back down, unless there is anything that you would like to do up here.
Nope, just morning prayers and wash.
Yeah,
I would like to re-equip my armor.
Okay, cool. Yes, because that was down below, wasn't it?
Yeah, the entrance.
Yeah, so you can pick that up and re-equip that. Tenariel sort of like introduces Bazooka to washing. This is washing, Bazooka. This is what you need to do.
Don't get it.
To keep nice and clean.
Get it.
You have to lift up your arms like that, It's all like
I've got a sponge.
It tickles. Stop.
Yeah. Bazooka's just sort of like stands like this. And then it puts everything back on ready to go down. Okay, guys. Obviously, you're going to go back underground now. Is there anything you want to do in the first area, or are you happy for me just to move you straight through that until the last area that you were in with the water splashing?
I'm going to make cast a light on another coin.
Oh, cool. Okay, then.
And I'll keep it in my pocket until needed.
Okay, I'll put that on you, but I won't actually give you light. And of course, Rurik, you won't have.
I'll do a race line.
You don't have your light anymore, don't you?
No.
Oh no, I don't. Have you?
I turn it off when we.
Yeah.
We exit.
But I don't think you have it in any case, do you? I can't access your light source from where I am.
Oh no, I remove it.
Okay, cool. Okay, right. So, are you happy for me just to move you straight to the last room? Yeah. Okay. When you get there, what you'll have to do, just so you know, is that you'll just have to readjust hit points, etc. If it's if anything's changed.
You take the heart off.
Yeah.
Can you change the lighting from me to?
Yeah, I'll do.
Do the aid spell again before we reach this point?
I'll do that. Who wants it?
Right, just hang on a minute. Let me just sort.
Abracadabra.
Okay, Rurik, you should be sorted now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got light in your pocket, Tenariel, but you shouldn't be glowing. Who's the aid spell going on to? Is it 3 people?
Bazooka.
Yeah.
Yep. Araval, Bazooka, and Julius.
Cool.
You sure you want to do that again? You do realize that I hardly ever take any damage.
Oh, that's true. I'll actually
Can I have double?
No, I'll have it for myself.
Cool.
This time. Sorry, Rurik, but
No.
Is it
You can't exact
Bazooka,
as much.
Bazooka, Tenariel, and Julius? Is that who's got the aid spell?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Excellent. Okay, you've actually been in all this area. So is there and you've got this entrance here that you should still be able to see on the map.
It's an entrance.
So Verk is the only
who's the
one that
best
knows
swimmer?
that I caused the the elemental to be drawn
Yes,
to us.
that is true.
And he hasn't said anything about it.
No.
The elemental was protecting the other room. Maybe we should go there. Because it was the last command from his master.
You've been here, and you've been here. So basically, what you've got this room that Julius and Bazooka had been through, but there
was no other door. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
there was no other doors in that room, was there? At top.
Which one?
The one at the top of the pool?
Not that you had seen. There was that copper inlay round the font, and that's it. I'll call those things fonts from now on, but just please remember that they're inlaid into the floor. They're not sort of like on pedestals or anything.
Got you. So,
who's the best swimmer here?
For what?
The best swimmer.
Well, technically, there's no swimming skill.
Well, it falls under athletics.
Yeah.
I don't want to go away.
My armor, I can walk across the bottom.
Then you'll be stuck at the bottom.
It's Constitution that determines how long you can hold your breath, right?
Yeah, it's what the rules say is, Constitution is how long you can hold your breath. It says, while climbing or swimming, each foot is an extra foot. And then that's it. It says, similar, gaining any distance in rough water might require a successful athletics check. So it depends.
So while swimming, I'm 6 foot.
So it depends what you're doing. If, for example, you just want to throw the paladin in and let him slowly sink down, then he will have to make an athletics check. But
yeah, let's do that.
He will have to hold his breath by constantly making a Constitution roll to hold it, just in case things like tugging of ropes, etc.
Is it a Constitution saving throw or is it?
It's either or, because I can increase the DC value as I see fit. So, say, for example, you're in combat, I might actually raise the, or say you've got a modifier on it. So it's either or. And obviously, you can't keep your breath hold indefinitely.
I vote we tie a rope to the rock man there and throw him in, wait for 2 minutes, and then put him back out, see what he says.
My rope is still being used to tie up the zombie.
I'm like, it's holy water. You should go in it.
And I pull out a vial of. I was like, I have holy water here if you want it.
And I run for the doors.
I think I have the highest Constitution here. Maybe I should go down there.
Well, I'm not a very good swimmer.
Yeah, that's my issue too.
Before anyone goes down there, this copper ring actually affected the level of the water. We may be able to drain it.
Ah, good idea.
Now you say.
What drained last time? Something drained last time you touched it.
Again, nobody but Rurik knew that I touched it.
Only Rurik knows how he touched it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That's okay.
I thought... Okay.
So I want to reach out and touch it with my hand again.
Okay, so as you touch it, you almost like hear a grinding, and you can see people like anybody who can see into the water notice that these two upright pieces of stone actually come down and perfectly seal again. It's whoever's designed this has done a wonderful job, Rurik, you think, because there's hardly any water loss from it at all. It's just, and there's only the slight bubbling effect, and that's it. And you just hear them come down, and looking down, you can't see, because you've got a light source down there, you can't see any light emanating from down below. So you think it's probably a complete and utter, almost like a perfect seal on it.
All right, touch it again.
Okay, so you touch it again, and you notice now that the water starts to move. So the water is now flowing exactly how it was beforehand.
Right. So the water's replenishing itself from somewhere in the pool?
Quite possibly.
Okay. We see it draining underneath us, but we don't see where it's coming back in from?
It comes in from that side. It seems to be coming up from somewhere, moving across, then going back down the other side. But remember, when you looked through the gap in the floor, the cavern underneath, or the room underneath, probably stretched further than this. So you don't know whether or not there's some kind of connection underneath that is causing the flow of water. But Tenaria, you can definitely, even at where you are now, Tenaria, and I've left on the rectangle, so you know, and you as well, Rurik, you can't. It's really hard. Unless you knew where that entrance was, you don't think you would have seen it looking in. It's only because you know roughly where it is. There's a very, very slight discoloration of the stones at the end where the hinges would be, and that's about it.
When I did this yesterday, the corpse that was in the pool, that fell into the pool, got drained out through this end here where it's going now.
Correct.
And I believe it actually returned.
It did
through this intake. I was explaining that to them, to the ones who didn't see it.
So it's going around it in a loop.
But interestingly enough, because I took it off, but it does actually go back out because it was still there, you know, and after a while it comes up the other end and then slowly sort of like drifts across. It's slightly losing things as it goes along. So you notice, you notice that.
How long it takes?
All of a sudden, it's like bony arm was like this. Then it's come back without 2 fingers. And then the next time you notice that this joint is actually bent the other way, you know, and its head's on one side. And then it comes back without its mandible, its lower jaw's no longer there. So wherever it's going, it's not so like, this is a fairground ride or a water park ride. It's whatever it's happening, it's probably going through either something that's very narrow, which is causing harm to it, or some kind of system that might be turning wheels, might be in modern day terms, might be something a bit like a turbine that might actually be splitting it up, or
how long is it taking to cycle through?
Well,
is it the same amount of time every time?
So you spend some time counting, and you sort of like go 1, 2, 3, 4. You think it's taking, you count up to about 15 slowly until it reappears. And
it's very short.
And now you notice it hasn't got a leg, by the way. on the last one, go. Thank you for the bits. It's going to fall by flat battery. He's going to have to catch Teddy.
So I have a drinking horn that I want to leave the water running and fill up from the end here closest to me.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you can quite easily fill it up. You manage not to get any bits of skeleton in it or anything like that as you fill it up.
Well, that's fortunate.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to take it and go and empty it in this cistern. Or what are you calling them?
Yeah. So you take it up and you pour it in, and it just sort of like flows in. This sort of like font or cistern or whatever you want to call it. It's made out of marble, so it's not porous. So the water actually runs down and actually stays in the bottom. It's really interesting because once it hits the marble, it almost like takes on a a bluey aqua look to it, as if anybody's ever been to the Mediterranean, see that sort of like clear blue, even though it's clear, it looks more bluish once it's actually in the cistern.
Okay.
It's not like that anymore with the amount of people that pissed in it.
In that cistern? Who's been pissing in my cistern?
Refill the horn and bring it up to. Actually, no, there weren't any in this one. They were in this room, right?
Yeah.
And place a horn full of water in this one. Refill it. Place another one in here.
Yeah, exactly the same. It runs down. It stays in the bottom, and it seems to take on that aqua look to it. But apart from that, it just sort of like stays there. It's definitely not porous. So it's
I'm going to go
actually
and
staying there.
Touch the ring again.
Yeah, so all of a sudden the water slows down and becomes static once again.
Now, I believe if I touch it again,
It's touching the ring.
what happened from yesterday, it should reopen those doors. So I'm going to attempt to touch it one more time.
Yeah, okay then.
Touch it.
So
Well,
Give it a squeeze.
you touch it again, and lo and behold, there's a sort of like a soft grinding noise as the doors open once again, and this bubble of air comes up. And Tenari and Rurik, you can see the glow of the light from the coin that's down there.
How deep is the pool?
How deep is your love? How deep
Your love is your love.
It's about
It's your pool.
It's about 10 foot to the bottom of the pool. And then, as you said, it's about 20 foot down into the actual gap below that.
Yeah.
anyone else see the air bubble when the doors opened?
Say again.
Whatever water, I'm talking to the
Oh,
group.
sorry, yeah.
That air bubble could suggest that there's a draining of the water when those doors close.
Could it be because you took some out and put it in those systems?
I don't know how that would have got air into the under.
Remember,
The
my
lower area.
IQ is really low.
Maybe it's more that the water is feed from the bottom. Then they close the gate and take buckets to fill all the pedestals. And then they reopen to flood in the pool again.
But there's a door back here.
Is it dry?
It is dry. It's very dry. Let's go.
All
To be
right.
sure, we should throw the gnome here.
There seems to be more going on with this system, but we can carry on if we must, since none of us seem to be able to find a solution.
We can always come back if there's destruction. Some suicide down this way.
All right.
Suicide?
Suicide, yeah.
Suicide? Did somebody say that you want to be suicided? I can make that happen.
Suicide.
Cool.
Oh, hey, there's another pool in here I didn't put water in.
And there's
And
two
there's-
in here, in fact.
And there's another one in the
And there's
Oh,
five
in fact,
balls.
then there's loads of little ones across
There's
the
loads.
sides as well. Yeah.
Tin Man, what are you doing?
turning
He's
to
rusted up.
yeah.
If you're weeing in that water, you'll be in trouble.
I'm just gonna sit in a corner, just watching them do it and everything like that. As I have no idea what's going on, and is like, where's that door, Bazooki?
It's in your paladin code not to pee in the pool.
Like, follow me. It's
Julius, you're now quite a distance away from the rest of the party. Is that on purpose?
Where'd they go?
Because I don't think you'll even be able to see people now. Some of you can't even see Bazooka. Yeah. Okay then. Bazooka, you're heading. What are we going to do? Tell me what you're doing.
So I was just showing everyone where the door was.
Yeah. So it's just an entranceway. Yeah, it's just an entranceway. No door. It's just like a gap.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Oh, it's spawn point for enemies.
So what would you? Do you just want to head down here?
Yeah. Kind of normal marching order.
Like that.
Me first.
No, Bazooka, get back.
Go, Tin Man, activate the traps.
Yeah, good point. You go first.
So was it me, Bazooka, Rurik, Ereval, Tamriel?
This is a wide corridor. Let's go 2 by 2.
Yeah, you can go 2 by 2.
Oh.
Or maybe
I thought
we
it was another
maybe
doorway.
we should go one in a row. So if there's a trap on one side, we won't trigger.
We're staggered. So if Julius finds the trap, then I'm going to stop because I'm further back than what he is.
Cool. I'll be the guinea pig. It's all right.
Yeah.
Okay then. Are you heading off in that order at the present moment in time? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just move you to the next map.
It kind of makes sense going this way though, because the aqua elemental, or the water elemental, was stopping anyone from breaching that door. If you think about it.
You make a good point.
So
we don't know where this goes.
We kind of might have been barking up the wrong watery tree for the last 20 minutes.
I was right. Ow.
Okay.
It's a wall. Right in front of me.
So you should.
So we did all that for nothing.
You should be able to see a little gap. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I kind of move around. It's an open square, 5 by 2, with squares in the middle.
Don't touch any copper tiles.
So that inlay you have seen before. You saw it in the previous room, in the previous set of rooms, if you remember. But this one doesn't seem to have those squares in the middle. If you remember, the previous one had squares in the middle. So this one is inlaid exactly the same colours. Oh, it's a bit squashed in that doorway. Okay, but it's there's no square in it, and you can see that there's an exit here. And there's an exit here, and you can pick up, for people who are watching the stream, this is what they can actually see when they're playing rather than what we're actually seeing.
So I'm going to hold around the wall. I'm not going into the inner square.
Yes. Screw that. Which way do you think we should be going?
What do you see?
Can we feel any like movement, not movement, but incline, sloping in
Well, it's interesting you say that, Julius, because down the corridor where you are, you can see some movement, and it seems to be something white, and it's almost like pure white. And it seems to be almost like a ghost-like form of a woman with long blonde hair. And she seems to be clad out in plate mail. And she's carrying a shield. And she's carrying a mace in the other hand. She's not floating. She's literally walking. And this is a set of stairs going up. Can you see the set of stairs going up? And she's literally walking, and you can see as she gets closer, you can see her blonde hair billowing out behind her, and she's got a white tabard on that seems to have a symbol of a well on it, not with the sort of like the little brown thing on the top or anything. It seems to be like a font, and it seems to have a bright flash coming from it, if that makes sense. And you can see that she is just walking down the corridor towards you.
Cool.
How far away is she at this present time?
Right, I'm just putting her on for you so you can see her.
I can't even see flat.
She's halfway down. She's at the stairs. Do I recognise a symbol from her shield to the shields that we saw before?
It has the same symbol on her shield that's on her tabard. So it's like a stone well, and then from the well seems to be emanating this brilliant flash.
I'm going to prod Bazooka in the back because he's blocking the door.
I'm going to go on
You
a
can
hunch.
step around him.
Yeah, it may not work out.
You
but
can
I'm
step
going
around him as long as you don't end up on the same square. You can pass through another square, so that's fine.
I'm going
Feel
to
into me.
and go to Rurik.
Can I just say to you, whatever you're doing now, this ghostly figure, for want of a better word, is not waiting for you. So it is walking down the corridor all the time.
Can I roll a religion to know if ghosts are evil?
Yeah, by all means, you could do that. What do you want to do, Julius?
I'm going to tell Rurik and Bazooka, stay away out of their path. If she attacks me, that's fair enough. But if she doesn't, just leave her be, let her walk.
If she attacks you, can I help her?
Not from where you are at the present moment in time.
Glare it.
Okay, this ghostly figure, as everybody suddenly backs away, this ghostly figure gets to here, and as it approaches the room, it sees you all there, and it's sort of like it's also like white and almost like very sort of like goddess like. And then all of a sudden it sees you and her eyes lock onto yours, Julius. And it just goes, bah! Like that. And it changes completely into almost like the husk of before. And you see all its cloak, all its white cloak, just sort of like shift instantly. And it's just all decayed. And her face all sort of like changes instantly. Her hair drops and her face becomes haggard and drawn from all moisture, and she's no longer walking. She actually almost like glides towards you and comes into the room. Okay, initiative please, guys. Hang on, not yet, because I just need to remove all turns. Okay.
Quick question. Seeing that these are drained from moisture, what if we put them in the pool and like moist them up and get them all moist?
Well, you'd love to get them all moist, don't you?
Moist. Just can't get my... Oh, there you go. Got it. Thank you.
Such a good word.
Wow. Who got the 20?
Tanria!
Guys, this will come up. Oh, no, hang on. I'll do it this way. This is the better way to do it. Oh, sorry, that's not right. That's that. Okay, let's order this. Okay, Ereval, you are first up.
Well, after jumping, 6 feet into the air. I'm not screwing around with this one.
Why was that?
Because the thing came out screaming. I will just launch arrow at it.
Okay, so you're firing into melee, so what will happen is that I'll just increase my armor class to sort of like 24 is likely to hit, but let me just check what my armor class is. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so that hits. 7 points. Let me just check here. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Damn.
Yeah, so you let off an arrow, you edge your bow slightly, and Julius, you feel this arrow slide past you, and you notice that it sort of like goes straight into the head of the Sisterhood Knight and goes straight through it, and you actually see it hit the wall behind it as the arrow passes through. Ereval, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Sure. I don't like being startled.
No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay, Tenariel, you are up.
I'll do the same. Strike at it with my longbow.
Okay, so your disarm class will be slightly bigger because
Yep.
you're firing through two people.
Yep.
And that misses. Misses altogether. It's sort of like it clears Rurik's head and sort of like hits over here. Okay, Tin Man, you are up.
Give me a good enemy and a good swipage. 10.
10. So you swing your sword at it, and you just go like that, and the Sisterhood sort of like dissipates slightly as you slice through it. And your sword comes straight out the other end, and you completely and utterly missed it. Bazooka, you're up. That's quite a jump, isn't it? From 19 down to 7.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Then 4.
Yeah.
As he's taking that swing, I'm going to pull out my sickles and run towards this thing swinging.
Yeah. So you'll do a movement with an action to pull out one of your sickles, and then your main combat action to undo your second sickle. So you don't have any action left to actually fight this round, but you will do next time. Rurik, you are up.
Can I roll knowledge arcana? Know if something that doesn't have a physical body is weak against magic?
You can roll it by all means.
Spit on it.
Cool. You think anything that tends to be sort of like doesn't have a body is probably going to be more. It's harder to probably hit them with physical weapons rather than magical weapons, but there are talks of things like ghosts and demons that are actually completely immune to magic. Completely immune to magic. Okay. Right. Araval, I asked you to make that perception throw beforehand, and your passive perception is really good. I think it's 14. Yeah, and you actually do notice. You sort of like fire your arrow earlier on, and as you sort of like out of the peripheral vision, you notice at this point on their action, you notice something actually comes into your view, and it's one of it's a similar thing as you've seen before, and it's obviously some kind of, let me just change its name.
Splash. Here he comes again.
It seems to be one of these Sisterhood Knights. This one is still in white form as it comes round the doorway. Okay, so So that's that action there. That it was further down the corridor, so it comes there. So it has no more actions this round. However, this one ahead of you does actually have an action to do. Okay, it rolls and it reaches out towards you, Julius, and you notice that the hand or the sword, passes straight through your shield, and almost like touches your arm, and you get this almost like cold feeling as you feel the sword pass through the mace, pass through your arm, but you take no damage from it at all. So it physically missed you. Okay, Ereval, you are up.
I'm going to call out. There's another one ahead down this corridor. Can any of you banish these unnatural apparitions? Then I'm going to ready an action fire when the other one appears through this doorway.
Yeah, got you. Okay, Tenariel, you are up.
Well, I'm going to lower my bow, and I will clutch. In fact, I'm going to drop my bow, clutch my holy symbol and push it out in front of me and call out, in the name of Rilithane, I command thee to flee from this place.
Fantastic. Go for it.
And I don't think I have to roll for anything. They get a saving throw.
Yeah, I think. Let me just check. I think I just...
Turn undead. Any undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet get a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
If it fails, it's turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage.
And what's the limit on it? For obviously you can't turn around and sort of like banish a lich. There must be sort of like a
hit die cap.
Yeah, like that's the word I was looking for.
Doesn't actually say.
It might not be. It might be that the actual.
It's probably the saving throw that will.
Yeah, that will actually do it.
It used to be limited to your hit die plus your proficiency modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. So yeah, anything within 30 foot that can see you has a wisdom saving throw. Wisdom fails its saving throw. It is
can see or hear. So if the second one's there, it might.
Yeah, you might have wanted to take a step forward so the other one had line of sight on you.
Yeah, but it's only within 30 foot, and that other one's nowhere near 30 foot. So this is the one in front of
Julius.
Julius, yeah. So 19.
Oh well, that was a waste of time.
So because that'll be a saving throw against your spell one, won't it? Yeah.
It's its own wisdom.
Also, I just need to.
Whatever the creature's wisdom is.
Yeah. So that's absolutely fine. So you hear Tenariel do very boldly, sort of like shouts out and stands forth and holds up. What is your holy symbol? Please tell me it's a twig. No, sorry.
It's the little in the shape of a tree trunk with the tree of life.
Oh, cool. So you hold it up towards this sisterhood knight, and the power of your goddess sort of like flows through you, but unfortunately it remains quite steadfast, which means that it's available for Tin Man.
I'm gonna give a swipe, and then afterwards I'm gonna slightly move.
Okay, then go for it.
16?
16 will hit it, yeah.
And it's 10.
10
damage.
Brilliant, thank you.
And then I'm going to move slightly this way, but not like too far away. I'm going to kind of try and draw it this way, so I'm like the other entrance is also there.
Right. So in order to draw it, you're going to have to get out of its attacking range.
So it
Which
gets
I
a
don't think you
free
quite did.
Which
You might need to move another 5 feet.
which means I'm going
Another
to
5 feet.
have that attack of opportunity as you disengage from me, because you don't have the thing to actually disengage. So
Yep, yep.
I'll have that. So as you back away, back away, it sort of like swings its sword, its mace again, and sort of like sweeps through foul air. But it will when it gets to its turn, because it can't move at the moment. It will probably move forward with you. Excellent. Bazooka, you are up.
Okay, so obviously seeing that the first swing that Julius did pretty much did nothing, and it's gone and touched him with the sword. I've seen his like face sort of like drain of life a little bit.
Just the tip.
Yeah, and that's put the heebie-jeebies up me. So as this is taking a swing at Julius, I'm gonna disengage and take a couple of steps back and think, what the hell am I gonna do?
Cool. So you're
Going into the doorway.
So you'll be into the doorway there. Yeah. Okay. Rurik, you are up.
I will move slightly here.
Let me just. Yeah. Where do you want to move, sir?
Just a bit. So bazooka in between bazooka and plan.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And what would you like to do?
I would like to cast Burning Hand on her.
Yeah,
Yeah. Cool.
Burn, baby, burn.
She need to make a saving throw dex.
Yeah. 21.
Jeez.
Boom! I think I take half. I take half damage, do I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she takes 7.
7 points damage. Cool. Excellent. Okay. Right. So this is Sisterhood's attack. Yeah. So this moves towards you, Julius, and then takes its attack at you.
Great.
24, I think, will hit. You'll take that's a nat 20, by the way. So you will take 16 points of damage. Remember to take it off your temporary hit points first, because you got temporary hit points.
Okay, yeah.
Did he
Okay.
make his Constitution save?
And then you need to make a Constitution save. Yeah.
damn.
20!
Yeah,
20, nice.
that's absolutely not a problem at all. And Julius,
Because I'm the one that revealed it.
yes, Longshanks just give me another nat 20. I think that's what he says. He just said in wills for the nat 20. Cool. I'll use it again in a minute. Julius, you notice out the corner of your eye that there's this one gets to here with its movement, just out of interest. But it's no longer in the white form Airvol that you saw before. It's actually in that decaying form as it comes into the room. Guys, can I just say, sometimes I use monsters that best fit the description that are not actually the monster. So sometimes it might say you need to do a Constitution saving throw, but I might not actually be using that part on it. So just be aware of it, and that's why I try. So these come up as spectres, but they're actually Sisterhood knights. But I'm just trying to, rather than creating a whole new character sheet, I'm trying to use things. Plus, I really love the picture of them, because I thought
The image that I have in my mind is of the first film of Ghostbusters when they're in the line.
Well, the image I had in my mind, I don't know if you've seen it, is the final scene of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. When that, yeah.
And there's a wonderful point when they sort of like all flying around, all lovely and nice. And she comes up, and they're all going beautiful. Then all of a sudden it goes and changes, and that's what I was trying. I don't think I actually managed to capture that. I don't think it had that.
I think you did very well. If I came to Ghostbusters, that's because I had that mind.
I must say, I'm really looking forward to watching the recording of this at that point when I actually doing that to see who actually, then who
we did,
and then who suddenly needs a bio break now. It's a good job you went for your bio break beforehand, wasn't it? Right, guys. So that's me done. That's me done on 4. So Ervol, you are up on 21.
Let me just say, I need another bio break until then.
Cool.
Pointing at the ghost in the room, I will incant by my hand and by my eye, each of my arrows shall fly.
Cool. Poetic hunter's mark. Yeah, excellent.
All right.
Yeah.
And see.
You have the advantage
helps
now.
me any.
So that's 25, to hit.
25.
Yeah, but look, now see, you're doing well in any case, even on your off rolls. Look, it's you often do that. So that's...
It's not that one.
Is that 10 altogether?
10 altogether.
Yeah, cool. Excellent. Okay then, is this just one attack? You're not doing your funny...
I only get that if there's more than one close together.
Oh, close together, yeah.
If we can group them together, I can use it.
Right, so now I know not to ever group them together. Tenariel, you're up.
I'm going to have to pick my bow up.
Yeah?
If I can then take a shot, I will.
Yeah, you could do your action as pick it up as part of your movement action, and then just fire it as usual.
I'm going to step back to the corner.
Yeah. So as you step back, you pick up your bow. Just to let you, are you casting at the one coming through the doorway?
The bottom one, yes.
Yeah. Good idea.
Longbow. Oops. Click on my.
Oh.
15.
Oh, so close. You hit it.
for 10 damage.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
You're just like a ranger when you get going, aren't you?
I know. It's amazing.
Excellent. Hang on, and I just need to sort something out that I need to.
Put them down to 8 arrows. Who decided quivers would have 20 arrows in? What a ridiculous number.
You know, when we're playing Shadowrun and there's Big Beastie, Chuggerwugger and Longshanks, Chuggerwugger gets really cross with me because he says, how much will that cost? And I say 310. And he says, so that's 103.33333 because he has to divide everything by 3. So much so that now I say 312 or 350 just so he can divide it because it's not worth it.
I blame the anti-ball lobby for limiting the size of quivers.
Limiting the size of quivers.
Rampages.
Excellent. Right.
Well, they're magic quivers that you can put in numbers.
Julius, do you still have any temporary hit points left?
No.
No. Can you take away your heart then? Can you actually do that?
No, I cannot. I believe that's...
Okay. It's gone. Okay, and Julius, good shot there, Tenariel. Julius, you are up.
Might be teaching her a thing or two.
Yeah. I'm going to the way of the swords and give him a good whack. 22.
Oh, yes. Nice one. That's not a nat, so...
Yeah. With a 9.
Whoa.
So you actually slice it through and you notice that you bite deep into the sort of like the swirling mist, and she lets out a corporeal scream as you slice through it, and as your sword goes through it, it just seems to dissipate from your blade outwards, and it slowly comes up. So as she sort of like starts to scream, her face just sort of like disappears in one fair swoop, and she literally disappears.
Let me just note this down. 36.
We all had a hand in that one.
Who got the last one?
Bazooka, you hear something coming down the corridor behind you.
Okay, I'm going to turn and prepare myself.
Hang on, I'm going to
prepare myself in case I get attacked to defend myself.
It seems to be one of these skeleton knights that you've seen before. You know, the ones that were attacking you before. It's almost as if they're wandering around and guarding the area. And it's just sort of like, it literally was walking down the corridor, and then it literally saw you, and it started to run at you. And that's where it gets to on its turn. So it will roll initiative dice next round, but you can actually act on yours on 19 if you wish.
Okay, I'm going to run at it.
Cool.
And take a swing.
Excellent. So go for it. Your weapons are out, so you can move up there, and then you can just roll your 2 attacks.
Bye, Felicia.
11.
And this 1 second, because I just need to bring up the sheet for it.
And 10. I'm guessing they both miss.
11 and 10 do both miss. So as it runs towards you, you slightly misjudge it running towards you and you running towards it, and you sort of like go like that, but it's not actually there, and you catch a bit of its ragged sort of like tabard and sort of like rip it off, but that's actually it. Okay, I'm just rolling its initiative to go onto the thing, but it won't act Bazooka this round. So even though it looks like it's doing next, that's its action from last round gone. So Rurik, you are up. You can probably see what's happening.
Yeah, I can see.
Behind you. Tenariel, you can hear that there's sounds of combat, and you saw Bazooka dash down there. I think Erval, you can actually see down there, can't you, at the present moment of time?
Which way did he go? Did he go through the north door?
Yeah, through the north door. He sort of like headed off down here, charging, and this time stood up and not on his stomach.
If I talk for less than 6 seconds, it doesn't count as an action, or it does?
If you do what, sorry?
If I speak, does it count as an action?
It depends how much you want to say and what else you want to do. You can generally say a few words like, they're coming down from there, get down, shut up, pull your pants up. What you can't say is, hi and welcome to today's show. Today we're going to be doing this, and this. Because that would then take up your action. Yeah.
Radio 4,
yeah.
Where everyone is excited.
I draw my light mace, and I say to Julius, do the smiting thing.
Do the smiting thing. Do your smitey thing.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Do you want to move at all, Rurik, or you're all right there?
Yeah, I will move next to Bazooka.
Yeah.
And I would like to attack.
Yeah, go for it.
We may be short.
Yeah, 18.
7 foot tall.
18 hits it. Nice shot.
Bludgeonings.
For 4 points of damage. Oh, hang on. I need to. Its hit points are actually not on there. Slightly off the.
Beaten path.
Did you throw it?
No, he does.
But it's my same.
Yeah, he's using it as a as a weapon.
I think we learned about his throwing capability on episode 1.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think.
I was gonna say as
we
he
did,
as he
yeah.
swings, I duck.
Probably a good idea. Yeah. Ereval, you're up 21.
Bonus action to change my hunter's target.
Yeah, that's
Turning
cool.
to this one, your fate will be the same.
So that a
And-
hunter's market, and then advantage on this one. 16. Now you don't have any modifiers because it's not in, and that hits it. 11 points.
+3 for the additional damage.
That's another one of those. Excellent. Okay, so you notice that your arrows do go. Your arrow does go through it, and you notice that it takes some of the sort of like corporeal mist with it, and it's just sort of like leaves a gap in her chest as it goes through. The arrow sort of like lands on the other side. It doesn't land on her or in her, but it's definitely done some damage to it. It's not as if it's just flying through and doing nothing at all. Okay, Tenariel, you are up.
I will fire my longbow at it again.
Oh, it's a shame you don't have advantage.
I know.
Because that
Then-
advantage would have hit, but the other one doesn't.
Yep, and then I'll throw a healing word at Julius.
That's bonus action, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Is there a range on that? Is it
Oh, it's quite a distance, yeah.
60 foot? That's all right. I didn't know whether or not it was touch or not.
No.
Yeah, cool. 4 points of damage,
Four.
Tin Man.
4 points of damage.
I'm sorry, healing. Sorry, healing.
I was about to say.
Okay, all done?
Well, I think
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. Sisterhood Knight comes into the room and whacks you with its mace.
yeah.
8 will miss you. And then it is your turn to fight back, Julius.
Sweet. Long sword to the face.
21.
Oh!
That's a good hit.
This is
Sorry,
good damage.
I'll be back in a sec.
Will you do the smiting thing or not?
No, I'm holding it back.
So you swipe through it, and similar to Erval's arrow, you take some of the wispy ghostliness of it, and you've obviously done some damage, but it's still up. And so it's got a hole in it, it's got a slash in its side. Bazooka, you are up.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a swing or take a couple of swings. Here's one. 18
That hits.
with 6 points of damage, and the next 24.
Nice, but not natural. 19-year-old.
Yeah, it's a 19.
But he's a champion, I think. He
I am
crits
a
on
champion.
19 and 20.
Oh, I do. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me there.
What's that, Si?
He's
I'm a
a
champ.
level 3 specification. He crits on 19 and 20.
You can add that to your stats on your character sheet, so it'll know to crit.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you need to add that on. So that'll be. So hang on. So which one is the 19?
The 19 is
The second one.
The second one.
Yeah. So just roll damage again. Just click on the word sickle again, and it'll automatically roll your damage again for that one, because that would technically be a crit. So,
8.
so that's 12 plus 8. So that would be 20 points. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Altogether. Which actually it just kills it and knocks it quite nicely to the ground in a pile of rotting bones, etc. Okay, so it actually doesn't get its attack. Rurik, what would you like to do?
Oh no.
I think that's like 40 something.
I will go there, and I'll cast True Strike on the other the ghost.
True strike on this one here. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Cast away.
It ends my turn afterward.
So that grants you advantage, doesn't it? Yeah, on your next round, and you concentrate up to one round. Did somebody say that Bazooka can add this thing to his?
Yes, under the settings, there's actually a crit range field.
Oh yes, I've got it. So if I put it at 19.
I don't know if you need to do 19 or 19-20. You can try 19.
Let's have a look.
Or 19 greater than.
No.
Or equals greater than.
I think it might just be. I'm just trying to roll.
Now we are. Keep on going until we.
Oh,
That one.
I see that's rolling.
19.
No, that's a
Yeah,
That's a
bound to get
14. That's a 14. See.
Yeah.
Oh, 23. I'm very good at rolling 23s. I'll check it later on. Oh,
There you go.
There
Yeah,
you
you
go.
are. That's him.
yeah.
Oh.
That's an
20.
actual 20.
That's an actual 20, yeah. So it's if we get high, not so
Yeah.
24,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Oh, there we go.
Yes. that
Yeah,
works.
so you just put 19.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So you don't put that's all you put, you just put 19 rather than
Okay.
19-20. Yeah. Hi, not so speed run. How is New York City? Excellent. Well, wait, that's you done then, isn't it? Airvol, yeah, you're up.
All right, let's see if we can put this last one down.
Oh, yes.
6.
8.
8 points of damage.
I'm down to 6 arrows.
And this sisterhood is still up. And Tenariel, you're up.
Well, I shall follow up with another shot.
Cool. Oh, yes. 18.
Oh, take that, bitch.
Take that, you fiend.
5.
5 damage. Still up. It's looking pretty battered. Pretty battered. This is my hit back at you. 14 misses you. It sweeps its mace round and it sort of like passes through your shield and arm. And Tin Man, you're up.
I'm going to do the same thing. It's right above me, and have a taste of my longsword in your face.
20 hits.
One natural 20.
It's not a natural 20. It's a 15. Yeah, and again, you swipe through it, and it slices straight through it. It's sort of like wispness, and then it slowly dissipates. And this time it doesn't cry out. It just like looks you in the eye, and it sort of like maintains eye contact with you, Julius, as it dissipates. And you're not too sure, but as it disappears, you almost get this feeling that it was smiling at you, as if it was.
I kind of give. I
As
give
if
it a
it-
wink.
As if it was going. And just disappeared. Maybe more of a smirk.
You released it.
Yeah, that's all I'm hoping. I give.
you can go with her gun now.
I'll remove this skeleton off as well, so you can do it. So, guys, if you want to replenish your arrows, remember you can have half of what you fired. And you can see wherever you are now.
What happened to the one through the door at the top?
The skeleton is dead.
I killed it. I'm gonna come back through and
I'm going to kneel and
make
give
sure everyone's
thanks
okay.
for my God's protection.
And it's support in the accuracy of your arrows.
Indeed.
I think you did really well with those arrows, Tenariel. It makes a change. You normally drop
It
them.
does, right?
Yeah. And you did some healing as well. You're
At
like
the same time,
you're like multi-talented.
Multitask.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. What do you wish to do?
Flip a coin? Myself.
I think we should go back because if you remember the other way, it goes to the left and then down. So there will be a wall on the left that will turn down, maybe.
You mean
Because
on it is then.
the other map made a L shape.
Yeah. So if we go left here, so westwards, it will go down.
Yeah.
If we went south, it will go left. Is that
Yeah.
what you're... Okay, got it.
Or it's gonna go right or left or straight down.
So they
Yeah.
might lead to the same place, effectively.
Or it might. There's more option to go downstairs. I think.
I'm looking down here. There is another group of stairs here going down.
No, they're going up.
They're going up. Sorry.
Yeah,
So
these are going up, and
Okay.
let me just see. Yeah, you can only just see these, but it looks like they're going up.
Yeah. There's two groups of stairs going up. One there and one.
You can
there.
actually see water, Tenariel, in further down that
Is there
corridor.
another pool down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not another elemental.
I'm going to take a step into this corridor.
Would I have two water elementals in the same?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So let me talk to
You
us
have
this time.
Even finish that sentence.
The thing
Especially
is,
if you're worried about us missing the first one.
the thing is,
Exactly.
if they were a water elemental here, I don't think there would be those ghosts around because they will fight each other.
Tenariel is a
Depends on its
leader.
orders. Well,
Okay.
they're all hiding at the back, so I thought I'd better. Women.
Are you giving me a hug?
Are we leaving the tank at the back?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Yep.
You took too long.
Okay.
10's slowing you down.
Okay. I'm just going to move you, Tenariel. I'm not going to trigger anything, but then just so people can.
Ooh, copper.
Yeah. So just so you know, here you probably can see it. There's a ring of copper. Okay, that's exactly like it was in all the others. Okay, it goes right the way around the arch. The other really important thing here is this here is actually flush to the marble. So this
Like
whole
in the first room.
yes, apart from, and this is important bit, from there down, it goes down on a slant.
The water.
The floor does.
The floor.
So you can see that the water here at the top part is very. So I've tried to make it look like it's shallower
Shallow.
there. Okay, but this part here is not. This part over here, it just gets deeper as it goes down. And similar to the first pool, you figure at this end, it's roughly about 10 foot deep, the water. So it's a gradual decline as you actually go down. You can see that the floor is exactly the same as what you are stood on. You do figure from your past experience in the previous room, it's likely to be quite slippery if you go into there. You can see, I'm just seeing what you, yeah, can you see here? There's more copper inlay.
Yeah. Yeah.
This here, these are stairs going up, and this here is the same height as everything was before. So it's about, you sort of like look over it from your neck upwards. There, can you see across the, yeah, so here, can you remember when you first came down into the dungeon, into the underground abbey, there was those gaps that I said it almost looked like something should be there.
Like there were a statue there before?
Yeah, but it looked like there should be a statue there, but there wasn't one. That's exactly like these, and I don't know whether or not you can see it, but just here, the room is not symmetrical like the other rooms that you've been in. Over here, this is one of those little fonts or one of those cisterns.
The patrolling skeletons, perhaps they were the statues in these alcoves.
I think they may have been. If you remember the old stories, sorry, I'll do this as a character. If you remember the old stories, that this one god and all some other gods didn't like her presence and what she was doing. These skeletons might have been the ones that the other gods are corrupted to go against from the inside and to stop her from doing good deeds. Yes, that's my 2 pence anyway. You're my 2 copper. I don't think they were statues. I think they were the gods that have been turned. Say anything, anyone.
Well, I don't want to touch those stairs.
I'm probably too far away from you. You're in a different room.
Yeah. Oh, you're behind me. I hear you mumbling, and I'm like, all right, okay, keep going. Okay.
You gotta keep in mind who you're talking to.
Well, yeah, I say that to the group, but yeah, if they listen to me or not, that's their business. Yeah.
Well, no, it's more the fact that you were too far away with stone walls in between us.
Yeah, everyone's like moved on.
Burke, did you go up the stairs?
Rurik went up the stairs and over the copper bits, yes.
Did anything happen?
Not that you heard or you saw. Tenariel, as you step forward onto that stone, you step forward and it slightly depresses, and you suddenly you actually feel it go down, and all of a sudden ahead of you, let me just pop it on for you, two huge stone blocks crash down in front of you and seal both the entrances off. So can you see, just out of interest, if you had moved through that,
I wasn't going to go through.
But just so you know, if you had moved yourself here, say,
I would have been crushed.
You would have been crushed.
I'll say, oh,
Oh. That was alarming.
I swear this was open a few seconds ago.
Oh my.
Bazooka, what did you do?
Blame it on the dwarf. Or the gnome. Blame it on the gnome.
Probably everything.
I'm going to step backwards off that square.
You can actually see inlaid on these stones is the symbol that you saw on the Sisterhood knights that attacked you earlier. And it's sort of like engraven into both of them. And the actual sunburst, the actual glow out of the top of the well is actually the copper. It's the same color as the copper inlay, and it's the same. It looks like the copper inlay, and it's just sort of being placed onto the stone. Not placed; it's inlaid into it. So it's the same stuff as this and this.
So after seeing Rurik walk across it, although I know from the combat that when I stepped on it, it had no effect, and then afterwards I reached down and touched it.
Yeah, that is correct.
I'm going to touch the one in front of me.
Yeah, nothing appears to happen at all.
Someone go stand next to the other at the other stairs. Touch that one at the same time.
I'm just going to stay here and watch them touch things.
We're kind of in a dead end. We need to solve some sort of puzzle.
Are these doors here?
No, they're huge chunks of
Two big blocks came down.
of marble blocks.
Right, okay, that's where the blocks came out. Right, got you.
I don't want to say anything, but 3 copper things, 3 people.
Well, the far one may or may not be connected. I wanted to try the 2 that are obviously similar first. If that doesn't work, then we're going to send you down to the other end.
Oh, thank you very much.
Stop touching things. Nothing good ever came out of touching things.
I'm going to climb.
While they're doing that, I would actually like to do cure wounds on myself.
Yeah, cool.
In fact, cure wounds or lay on hands? No, hold on. That'd be 17. Yeah, 5 points of lay on hands.
Cool, yeah. Cross it off and add it up. Add it onto
Thank you very much.
Does anyone want to touch the other strip?
Okay.
Okay.
So what's this? Is this open here?
Yeah.
The one across from me, Denario.
Oh.
Not the one at the end of the pool yet.
Okay. I shall. Everybody ready?
Sorry, what are you doing, guys?
I'm going to touch this copper. I've got my bow in my left hand with an arrow knocked. And I'm going to touch it with my right hand.
I'm going to go here.
Oh, right.
Behind this. Yeah.
And I'm touching the copper now. Touch.
You touch yourself.
As he gets electrocuted.
Is this Tenariel touching this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So nothing happens at all.
All right, I shout out at the same time, and I reach down.
Yep. Touch it at the same time.
Simultaneous touching.
Okay, you touch it at the same time, and Rurik, the floor underneath you just opens up, and you sure as you touch it at the same time, the 2 stone slabs slowly raise up, and Rurik, you notice that the floor in front of you sort of like clicks up underneath you, clicks up into place.
Okay. All right, stand back away from the pressure plates. We don't want to trigger it again.
I will move rapidly on the other side.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And I will cast light with me.
Keep touching.
You're casting light. Where do you want to cast the light onto, sorry?
On my mace.
Onto your hammer, yeah.
Was he able to step over the pressure plate?
Yeah. There you go. You should have it activated now. Yeah.
All right, letting go of my side. I want to come down the stairs. See, Tin Man, sometimes you have to touch things to progress forward.
The paladin is hiding behind a pillar. I'm not too sure which way round he is. Whether or not he's actually facing the pillar. So this is the pillar and his face is like that. Or whether or not he's just got his back to it. So, ooh, watch out. Watch out.
Who was up here?
I was.
I asked, did you go through the doorway there?
No, nobody's been through this doorway. Rurik came here. Rurik might have gone.
Rurik was there.
So he saw.
But he turned back right around, so I figured it was a dead end.
I go back to Erebor and said, you know what happens when when Bazooka touches things?
I'm not a gnome.
Yeah, they die.
It goes badly. It goes badly for us.
Cloud, Rurik, what was your history roll? I've just noticed that there's a history roll there.
I wanted to know if the slab was tight.
Yes.
Watch out there, Tin Man. There's still pressure plates that we could re-trigger.
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
So hang on a minute. So hang on. No, go back. Go back.
I'm going back.
Because as Julius goes through, this pressure plate activates again, and the slab comes back down again as he goes through. So just make me a dex roll, Julius, please.
Oh, you're gonna get squished.
That could be
Dex is your best stats.
9.
Squished.
Okay, so you it actually comes down. You dive through. You hear it coming down. You dive through it, but you take 5 hit points of damage as you come back, and the slabs are back down now.
We're gonna need a can opener.
What I mean?
All right, go back.
I shout to
There,
the
let's
other
open it
guys.
up again.
Okay.
I shout to the all the gang on the other side. I say that you need to crawl underneath.
So
No, I think we need to keep holding it so the pressure plate isn't active.
I'm gonna stand here. So when the plates come or when the blocks come up, I'm gonna stand there with a disappointed look on my face. Going,
You know my spell of enlarge reduce person. I can use it on object, so I can reduce the size of the slab by half, so it will make a gap in between.
yeah, that's absolute. Just link it in the chat as usual, so I can have a look at it.
As the slabs pull away and big Bazooka is there, and there's me going, double thumbs up. Yeah, it's all safe, guys.
Yeah, that's that. So you could actually wait until it slams down, and then what you could do is actually reduce one in size, and it would actually make it so you can actually walk through it without actually standing on the pressure plates. So that won't be a problem at all. Good.
oh, okay, so these two doorways, so to speak, is connected to the same corridor.
Yeah, it's the same thing behind it. So Bazooka will reach out his foot and sort of like press it on, and the stone blocks come down. And then Rurik, which one, Rurik, do you want to change?
This one.
Cool. So this one still has its stone block in place, but this one is sort of like half now. So everybody can actually get through that gap. You can actually get through that because it's a lot smaller now, and so to be honest with you, it probably actually falls out of its moorings because it won't actually be able to go up and down anymore because it's quite a snug fit. And as you pass through, you can see that there was actually almost like runners set into the wall that allowed it to go up and down, and there seems to be some kind of chain mechanism going up into the ceiling that actually pulls them up and down. How it's connected to the copper, you really don't have a clue. but it does mean that you can get through now safely without activating the trap. Julius,
can you pick it up?
The block?
Yeah.
Even in its reduced size, it's still going to be pretty heavy. You can try to do your strength check if you wish.
No, that's fine. I was just wondering if I could, like, if it's small enough to pick
You
up.
could probably do an atlas if you want to go. You know,
He
if
just
you
wants
wish.
to, it's like, oh, copper. Copper's good money. Yeah, copper.
Okay, so if you use this this space here to redo your marching order, if you wish to progress that way, then I can sort that for you.
Yeah.
Do we want to
just
see
need to
what
check
the other
something.
strip does?
Say again, sorry.
Do we want to see what the other strip does before we move forward?
No.
It didn't do anything. Julius touched it.
No,
The far one?
Oh, do
I
you
don't
not?
think
I
anybody's
thought you went
done it.
over there and touched it.
The far end of the pool hasn't been touched.
Do you really want to do something like that? Not everything. You
Awaken the Kraken!
You need to hurry because I can only cast the spell for 1 minute. So
Minutes up.
We're kind of moving in the right
Yeah,
direction.
if you don't, yeah, that is true. I just see that. Yeah, so that the reduced size will only last for 1 minute.
Are you able to cast it again so we can get back?
yeah,
Yeah.
All right, let's go on then. Or you send my question.
Okay, so if you work out your marching order, and then I'll transport you to the next.
Drew, let's move to the left a little bit. There you go.
I have enough sorcery points to use it to gain another spell level 2. So
Evo, do you want to swap bazooka?
so when we
What's
come
that?
back, I'll use my sorcery points for that.
What was that, Julius?
Do you want to swap with Volt bazooka? Okay, coming after a bit. There we go.
Hang on, I've just moved you to the new area, so I'll move you, and then if you wish to reorganize yourself once you get there, you can do. Can you all see it?
Yeah.
No. Oh, wait. Yeah. Is
This looks familiar.
this the place?
It looks very familiar to the first place you came to, and if you weren't mistaken, it almost looks like a replica, and it could be the case that if you had actually not ventured any further, you could have actually thought that first bit was this room. However, this room is a lot different. You can notice that it's still got the gold thing around the edge. The water is full, and it's actually 10 foot deep right the way around. Notice it's got massive pillars and going up right the way around. Notice that up at the top here, there seems to be some kind of dais that you can walk up onto, and here in the middle seems to be another. I think you can actually see that in
No, we can barely see it until we get in there.
Yeah.
Go to the right.
Okay,
We
you
always
can
seem
step
to have
in.
so much confusion going directions.
Can I just say this here? Can you see this here and here? This is water,
Okay, got it.
and this
How deep?
is water. Everything's 10 foot deep, right the way around it.
Julius, I shall
Yeah.
heal you. You're still
Thank
injured.
you. I'm always bloody injured.
I walk
Okay,
in saying, hello, I'm here to clean
I
your
Points
walk
wall.
over
don't
the
grow on
strip, not
trees, you
touching
know.
it.
Yeah, cool. Can you see this now here?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, that
6 points, Julius. Sorry.
this is a cistern like you've seen, or font that you've seen before, and however it is full. It is completely and utterly full, and Rurik, and Tenariel and Julius to some extent, there seems to be a stronger hum of magic in this place. And it's interesting, you get the same feel as the standing in the abbey up above.
Magic's in the air.
Was it a good
look
feeling?
around.
Is it a good feeling, or just an easy feeling?
Bloody carol singers are back.
It's definitely it's a reassuring feeling. It's definitely some kind. It's not a scary feeling. It's almost like a reassuring feeling.
I reached down the water and I put some in my water skin.
Yeah, so you take. I presume there was water in there beforehand. So where are you putting that?
In my belly.
Okay, so you drain the water and you put it in, and it fills up quite nicely with water.
And I tried
That's
to
the
put
first
some
one,
on my
ingesting the
mushroom
water
thing,
here.
in my neck.
On your what side?
I tried to put some of the water on my neck, on the mushroom thing.
Yeah. It just sort of like gives you a wet neck. Doesn't cure the mushroom or anything like that.
It might be that the
Okay, as Ereval stands up and goes onto the front platform, it's almost as if an abundance of light fills the room, and what appears exactly where you see them.
Oh, there's a god.
Oh no, RPs again.
You're going to be a bit shocked in a minute, Tenariel. Whoa! All of a sudden, they just sort of like appear from nowhere. They just seem to burst into life in a blaze of light. Appear a bit like you saw the Sisterhood Knight beforehand in its pure form, but these seem to have they seem to be clad out in armor. You notice that they carry maces on their belts, but they carry no shields. But they have these almighty wings, these feathered wings behind them. They seem to be floating about this much up from the ground, and there seems to be sort of like their robes just sort of like flow and wisp away, and they seem to be almost like ethereal. So they don't. They look real, but at the same time, not so. And all of us, and just so you know, Bazooka, behind you on the dais, right behind you, you'll see it any second, appears one that is a lot bigger than the others, and she just sort of like appears, and she sort of like looks at you all. All the sisterhood roundabout turn up to her, and they all bow their heads.
Can I kneel
to her? You can kneel if you wish.
I put my weapons down and kneel the same way that the sisterhood are kneeling.
Yeah, so they're not kneeling. They're still stood up, but they just bow their heads to her.
I double their efforts and kneel down in respect. And
yeah, she elevates herself. You notice that she is sort of like hovering slightly, and she when she speaks, her voice almost is soft and harmonious, and it almost like echoes around the marble around the room. And she just says in almost like a phased out voice, so it sort of like drifts in and out as she speaks to you, and she goes, "What do you seek?"
I'll go down on one knee and bow my head.
Ooh.
We seek a cure for the plague.
We seek the well.
I seek the Holy Grail. No.
She turns, she looks at each one of you in turn and says, "If you seek the well, you have indeed found it."
I seek a cure for the innocent of the disease that rocks them.
She signals to this in the middle of the room, and she says, "The well will cure any illness."
May we take from it.
You may drink from the well. Anyone who is worthy may drink without any harmful effects.
Rurik,
May we
get your head there, lad.
take? Yeah. May we take from the well to cure others outside of this place.
You cannot take anything from the well. You may drink. The well would judge you and decide whether you are worthy.
If we are worthy, can we take from the well?
Say again.
If we are found worthy, can we take from the well?
If you drink from the well decides of your worthiness. And if you are worthy, it may heal, or it also has the power to destroy.
This is such a Grail diary. Oh, here we go, boys.
Can we bring other person here?
I'm gonna start walking round to Araval.
Anybody.
Unless I'm stopped, I'll get there.
Anybody.
We seek the well not for ourselves, but for those plagued with disease in a village several days' travel from here. They are not able to reach this. They are not able to travel, but we require the healing powers of the well to save them.
Your story, Ranger, is sad to hear, and yet it has been told to us many times before. You notice that all the sisterhood round about are all sort of like nodding in agreement. It is amazing what people will do when they are desperate for our healing power.
Look for yourselves. Go to the village.
Sadly, young gnome, we cannot leave this place.
We were saddened to hear of your tale foretold in history. Is there a way that we may help your cause to help others that are innocent and pure?
There's all of a sudden, there's almost like a muttering around the room, as if everybody is sort of like all the other angels are talking to each other and turning and muttering to each other, and then they the major sisterhood sort of like says, "Sisters, cease. This may not be the one. We can come to an agreement. There must be one of you who is worthy. We are happy to make an exchange. One
It's
of
not
you,
for us.
one of you, for the secrets of the well.
Not for us
She,
to judge ourselves.
you
by the-
notice she points out with her left hand to these doors over here, and nothing slides down, but something materializes, and it seems to be almost a light, solid area of light that just sort of goes and blocks the door. It's radiating light. It's a bit like Rurik and Tanera. It's a bit like the light that you cast, but it's just like emanating.
I'm going to kneel down by the pool and say, I am not in a position to judge myself. I don't seek the power of the well for myself. I seek its bounty for the innocent who suffer the plague. But I am willing to be judged to try and save them. And I'll dip my hands into the pool and I'll drink.
The water seems cold and refreshing. And if you have any cuts or blemishes on you, you just notice that they just heal over. Even things like blemishes on your skin or anything like that. And you notice that even if you have an odd wrinkle anywhere, your skin is completely restored to how you were in younger days. Bazooka dives in. No.
I was going to say I run in, cannonball in, then come up shouting, "I'm melting!"
No dive bombing.
The big sisterhood, the angel at the top, behind you, Bazooka, turns to you and says, she points down at you and says, maybe you are the one to remain. Maybe you can stay here with us while the power of the healing of the Sunnell well heads out into the world. Or you, dwarf, that carries the weight of the Draconians Dragonborn on his shoulders. Maybe you should stay.
That was rock with the plague.
Technically, I'm already dead, so I think that's the best choice.
Or you, paladin. Maybe you can be sacrificed. Or ranger.
Whoa, sacrificed.
Yeah.
What do you mean by sacrifice? What is it you require of this one?
We require complete dedication to the order. Like so each of my sisters here. Yeah. Complete dedication. Many have tried, and many and all have failed. And now they roam the underground abbey, protecting this room. They tried, but they failed.
Think of this like an indoctrination. If you fail, you are going to stay here for a long time. However, and with that failure, you actually help people.
Yeah.
Which is actually within my nature. I would actually lay down my life
Scenario
to help stop the plague and stop this is within my character's nature. I would lay down my life to help all the innocents that is being struck down by the plague get healthy again and be healed. Even if it costs me my life and indoctrination to the church.
Tanaria
Which will be my life.
Take off her sword and bow and pass them to Araval. And say, please return these to my family.
And before he finishes, I'm getting my weapons, doing that as well. Stripping my weapons. It's like, you ain't going anywhere. People need you with your healing. I am the one.
The sisterhood, the main sisterhood knight, turns to you, Julius, and says, your commitment and faith are great, Paladin. But are you truly the one to join the sisterhood? Do you possess everything that meets the criteria of a holy sisterhood knight?
Even if I fail with the test, I will gladly take that test.
Maybe it is not the test that you need to pass initially.
What is your criteria?
She opens her arms up and say, behold, look around you. The basic,
Need at least 3 viewers.
The basic criteria of the
Need
sisterhood
a woman.
is quite simple.
Need to be female. Oh.
Well, that narrows down the choices.
Yeah. Well, to enter the sisterhood, you kind of need to have the tackle cut off.
I'm
a bit squeamish.
Take off my mask. I was actually a woman.
Looking back, was any of the things that we fought, did we notice if they were male or female?
All female.
All the armor we saw was female.
Was female, right?
Araval, do you take my weapons? I'm still offering them.
Are you sure that you are so quick to make the sacrifice without pursuing other options?
Yes.
Very well. I will take the weapons from her.
I'll turn to the boss lady and say, I offer myself for judgment.
Can anyone else not hear him?
No,
Jules didn't even get the boner.
You are welcome, Tenariel, wood elf of the forest, to join our sisterhood. But please remember, from this point, there is no turning back, and only you will have the healing power of the well.
I am willing.
You have to renounce your previous faith, your commitment to your previous goddess. You have to cast it aside. You have to become completely devoted to the healing well in order to become a member of the sisterhood. And within the sisterhood, there are many rules that you have to constantly obey if you are indeed willing to go forward. Then please step in to the water.
How are we going to heal people without a healer?
I'm going to take off my holy symbol
I can still heal.
and hold it in both my hands, clutch it to my lips, close my eyes. I don't know what to do.
I have no faith.
Just having doubt.
I'll freaking jump in there.
I don't have a spell to make you a woman.
I'll ask Rilithane for forgiveness and step into the pool
And disintegrate.
I energize.
You notice that there's this surge of light from underneath the water that shoots up through the water, enveloping Tenariel in bright golden light. The sisterhood round about rise up from the floor, and you notice that holy light cascades from them, between them, towards each other, through the main sisterhood, and it almost makes like spokes of a wheel as the light from there passes through each other and then concentrating on the pool of water where Tenariel once stood. Everybody, Ereval, you are actually forced to shield your eyes and move backwards as the light becomes brighter and brighter and brighter, and it almost as if the whole room is going to explode in light. And just as you all shield your eyes and think this is it, we're just going to be exploded in some kind of holy burst of power, the light stops and you are plunged into darkness. Not even your night vision forms at all. And then slowly but surely, as if recovering from a bright torchlight that you have had thrown into your eyes, your dark vision comes back, and the pool in the center of the circle is empty. And I think we will leave it there for tonight. Okay, guys.
That was great, guys.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
But we will finish there for tonight. So what I will allow you to do is go round and say to people what you thought about tonight's adventure and where people can find you. And we'll start off with, rather appropriately, I think we'll go over there to Sprocketeer.
Don't talk to me, you bastard. Well, that was brilliant. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to do it, but I thought it felt right. Yes, I really enjoyed that. I don't. I'm speechless. Sorry. Go on to someone else.
Where can they find you? Because I know you're playing some other games, don't you?
Yeah, I play a 5th edition D&D on Sunday mornings at Fuzzy Blue Mushrooms stream, and I'll be playing in Skageth's 1st edition AD&D on Monday night at about midnight UK time. That's if I recover from this. I feel quite drained, actually. That was really good.
Excellent. And below you, we have Cloutazin. Tell me.
I'm Cloutazin. You can find me in the game of Hidden Wheels of D&D. And you can find me in the chats of all those streamers.
Excellent. And Big Beastie. Big Beastie, are you wiping a tear from your eye there?
No.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
Boys.
That was really good. I enjoyed that. You can find me on my channel, Big Beastie. All the links are down there in the descriptions. Where else you can find me. You can also find me in this channel on a Tuesday night playing Shadowrun. Wow.
That is true. Excellent. And across there to Flat Battery.
First of all, big thank you to Inwills, our DM, and all of the guys that have joined us today. Yeah, wow, exactly. I'm Flat Battery. I'm on Twitch TV /Flat Battery. Thank you very much for the shout out. I'm going to be playing a squad tonight. Probably about give me 20 minutes after this cast. I need to get some more Evic liquid, and then I'll be back playing that.
Excellent. And Cryptex, where can we find you?
Oh, I'm kind of numb at the moment. That was a lot to deal with, but very, very well done. In awe of the story that you were creating for us. But you can find me here on Twitch, Cryptex_81. I've recently just started a new series of big choices that are choice-driven games, starting with The Walking Dead Telltale New Frontier.
Just saw it.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Check it out. Believe me, you'll cry.
Looks fantastic. So I've given you all a shout out on the stream. Now, yes, so that's everybody. My name's Inwills. I've been your DM tonight, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you would like to know what happens next, then make sure you tune back next Saturday at 8 o'clock. Hopefully we'll all be back in one form or another. Also, can I just say that if you would like to catch up with any of the previous adventures that we've had, and we've had quite a few, and it's quite interesting going through and seeing how the technology and the people have changed, then you can go along to the website, which is inwills.co.uk, and you can see all the past adventures there. I would just like to say thank you very much to the wonderful group of players I have here, and also for you for coming along and viewing and listening. I really do hope you've enjoyed the story and are keen to find out what happens next. And so it only remains for me to say, in my usual way, have fun, guys, and I'll catch you all later. And until then, consider yourself well and truly waffled. Have fun, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Everyone.